My goal here is simple. Funner for everyone.
Hey, Jane, you having fun?
Woo!
Is that legal?
Because around here, funner is a state of mind.
What is going on, Laker fans? Thank you very much for tuning in. A little Lakers Talk Daily on this Friday morning. Lakers and the Memphis Grizzlies a little bit later tonight. Appreciate you guys being a part of the show. As always, if you don't mind, please subscribe to the channel here on ESPN LA on our YouTube page. We got obviously a lot of content that we're throwing up here, and we're continuing to put up Lakers content on a daily basis. Quick shout out here. Thank you very, very much to Harris Resort SoCal, one of our partners here on Lakers Talk Daily. Find your funner state of mind with a visit to Harris Resort SoCal, voted best resort in Funner, California. From dining to unwinding, you'll find fun around every corner. Learn more at harrissocal.com. If you've never been out to the property, it's 2 hours away from downtown Los Angeles. It's in North San Diego. Really beautiful property. I've been out there maybe 4 or 5 times or so. Was out there just in August. Travis and I did a live broadcast from there. So if you're looking for a staycation, Harris Resort SoCal. The state of the Los Angeles Lakers. We're going to spend a little time on this. They're 20-25 on the season. If you don't know where 20-25 has you in the NBA standings, it has you locked in the number 13 spot. So Lakers obviously desperate to be a part of the play-in tournament, which in my opinion, if they made the play-in tournament and then lost in the play-in tournament, means nothing. They have to get they got to get into a real playoff set where they got a 7-game matchup against somebody out there. And it could very well be against the team that they're taking on tonight. That could be a first-round matchup, right? Memphis is tied with Denver, or I think Denver has a half-game lead on them for best record in the Western Conference. Memphis has won 11 games in a row. Denver's balling too. They've won 8 games. And here we are, the Lakers, 13th place. And we could sit here and continue to make the argument, hey, they're only 2 games behind this team, and they're only 2.5 games from number 6, all that stuff. It's kind of irrelevant when you're not winning, right? It only matters when your squad is stacking up some W's and you're feeling good about where they are, and you're like, okay, hey, if they just keep playing like this, then they're going to eventually get where they need to get to in the standings. The problem for the Lakers, they're losing games lately. And they're losing close games lately, which is demoralizing for, I think, I'm sure for the players, I'm sure for the front office, and for Laker fans, right? for us too. We're watching these games asking ourselves, what are the Lakers kind of doing towards the end of games? So the Lakers have lost 4 of their last 5 games. And if I give you just a little bit of a recap of what those 4 out of the last 5 games, how they all went, the result, if you just look at the score, you might say to yourself, you know what? Man, they just barely lost that game against the Dallas Mavericks in double overtime. No, there's actually some details there that in regulation, I think the Lakers should have won that game. Look at the Philly game. Wow, the Lakers only lost by 1. Yeah, but they really didn't even get a shot off at the end of the game. If you look at the details, and could the Lakers have made some better decisions? Could the coaching staff have made some better decisions towards the end of that game? Again, there's more context there. There's more details there that would tell you otherwise. All right, you beat Houston, no big deal. And then the Sacramento Kings game, is it just me, or does it feel like the last couple minutes of a game, the Lakers, for whatever reason, and I got some reasons for it, they can't close out these games. So let me give you an example. One example would be, I'll use Sacramento as an example. You start settling for jumpers. Certainly Bron, I guarantee you by the time we get to the fourth quarter, who's averaging 36 minutes a game, who's 38 years old, is telling himself, my legs are shot, that by the time he gets to the fourth, the amount of effort that he's got to give just to keep the Lakers in a game, of course that's an advantage for an opposing team out there. Of course it is. How can it not be when Bron is carrying such a load? He's not getting help either. You know, Dennis Schroeder and Patrick Beverley, I'll just use that game against the Kings as an example. They had 8 points combined in that game. The starting lineup, I want to say, had 16 points combined if you take LeBron James out of the way. I mean, Bron is rolling out there with Pat Bev, Dennis Schroeder, Thomas Bryant, and Troy Brown Jr. that's obviously a recipe for disaster. And I'm not pointing the finger or blaming anybody for it. Lakers they're in kind of a desperate situation. This is the situation for the Lakers. Austin Reeves, Lonnie Walker, you're waiting to get them back. Obviously, Anthony Davis, you're waiting to get back. So maybe there's help coming, but that schedule is not. Nobody's kind of hanging around saying, "Hey, hopefully the Lakers can just keep their head above water." No, people are trying to bury the Lakers while they get that opportunity. So, I just want to preview something here real quick. Lakers have lost 4 of 5. It's the first time they play the Memphis Grizzlies this year. They have not played them yet. I'm trying to see here. Got the schedule. So I know late February they got another one against Memphis. First week of March they got another one against Memphis. So they have not played the Grizzlies yet. They still got 2 more matchups after this. It's Memphis at Portland this weekend. And then you got a couple games that you think the Lakers can hang, the Clippers and the Spurs. And then it's on the road. You're at Boston, at Brooklyn, at New York, at New Orleans, at Indiana. It's actually at Indiana and then New Orleans. So the amount of games that the Lakers have against quality opponents over these next couple of weeks and the kind of guess of when Anthony Davis is going to come back, it might line up after a lot of these matchups. And the question is going to be, Laker fans, where are the Lakers in the standings by the time the dust settles and AD comes back? Taking on the Grizzlies tonight, Memphis is a great example of a team that's rolling, a team that, listen, they're young, they're cocky, they're aggressive, they're, some people kind of like their style, some people don't. I like it, to be honest with you. I think a team that young and they kind of have at least convinced themselves they're the future of the Western Conference. They're going to come in here and try to send a message. And whether they do or they don't and how the Lakers hang, the Lakers have responded pretty well with every team. It's not like they're losing by 25 or 30, but it's going to be a tough matchup. Ja Morant obviously leading the way. This is going to be a challenge that will certainly kind of test the Lakers. And they've already lost 4 of their last 5 and are obviously going the wrong way in the NBA standings. Okay, quick word here from Riverside County Sheriff Department.
I'm Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco. Are you satisfied with a job, or are you looking for an exciting career? If you think you have what it takes, I have a tan and green uniform with your name on it. Come and get it.
All right, thank you to our partner. Again, the Riverside County Sheriff Department is hiring for 911 dispatchers, deputy sheriff, correctional deputies, and other support services. Apply online today at joinrsd.org. Again, that's joinrsd.org. If that's something of interest, if you've always had interest in that field, again, all you got to do is just go online, joinrsd.org. Thank you for their partnership. Okay, I'm going to close it off with this. Tough matchup tonight. I don't know who steps up for the Lakers, but if the Dennis Schroeders and the Thomas Bryants and the Pat Bevs and some of these guys off the bench are not all playing elite basketball tonight, I don't know how the Lakers walk away with a W. Cannot just depend on Braun and Russ. There's got to be more players that help. Hopefully Lakers find a way. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you guys being a part of the show. Pre-game show, by the way, starts at 5:30. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day.